That is right. I am back. This is Kemuel. Finally, after a few week break, I am back. I had some finals I had to finish up. My wife and I had a baby girl about 3 months ago. So I've been just working on her and keeping her entertained and working on school. So now I finally got some free time to get some replays back up, get you guys going. I have got quite a few messages. I appreciate everybody, all my subscribers. I had at least 30 messages in my inbox. So again, thanks very much guys for your support. More replays are definitely coming back. Stay with me, don't worry. Tons and tons of quality Starcraft 2 replays will be coming. So this is a good match I wanted to kick back in with here. This is LiquidTLO, who is the little one, who plays as a random player. So we have blue Terran here for TLO, and he's playing against a quality. One of my favorite Zerg players is green DIAMAGA. This was out of a PLU tournament, which is, I believe, an Asian tournament. I haven't watched any of the games or matches or anything like that, so I'm not really sure how these two players are faring in the tournament. But either way, this should be quite entertaining, as TLO has been known as one of the most sporadic players. Obviously, as a random, the other opponent always has to get kind of an early scout because you never know what he's going to spawn. I mean, obviously, random, he has 3 different choices. So the other player needs to know right away what race he is so he can adjust his build accordingly. So TLO always has, at least in the first few minutes, an opening hand of kind of picking his unique build very quickly, and really the other person is left to kind of just counter it and hope he can win in time. But as you can see, DIAMAGA did get an early scout because this is Metalopolis right next to each other, so he's going to go for his fast expand. He looks like he went probably 13 fast expand, 14 pool. And so the drone count is a little bit in favor of TLO at this moment. He does have 15 SCVs compared to 13 drones for DIAMAGA. I've been a huge fan of this income tab lately. I have been watching a lot of replays, playing a ton of games myself when I could get in some free time. And I've just been such a huge fan of this income tab as far as watching my replays and some of the top quality replays. As really, you see some things as far as the income tab, you can really see how the game progresses. I for myself have seen a lot of the games where I end up winning, and I take a look at the income tab, and I was ahead pretty much the entire game. So if equally skilled players and one person has the upper hand on as far as the income tab, I mean, it just makes natural sense that as far as his army goes, it's just going to get bigger quicker. So we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll see if that actually makes a difference at the end of this game here. So again, both players just kind of re-scouting to make sure nothing crazy is going on. DIAMAGA has even, let's check out the production, hasn't even built any offensive units yet. He does have his queen on the way, as well as a second queen here. I saw some ridiculous queen play against, I believe it was White Raw in one of the tournaments. I believe it was HCH Invitational, and he went 6 queen build. It was one of the nastiest things I've ever seen. So hopefully they release those replays and I can post those up. So it looks like TLO is going to go ahead and push here with just his 5 Marines and a Hellion. This one Zergling does see it coming, obviously, as well. He has his Xel'Naga Watchtower. So either way, DIAMAGA knows it's coming. He's probably going to go ahead and start pumping out some units. He does have the Zerg Speedling boost coming up. So crucial as far as a harass to get that. If you're a random player or a Zerg player, I almost always get the Zergling speed increase. It's only 100 and 100 gas, 100 minerals. It's so easy to get. And such a big thing in the long run, especially in a 2v2 map where it's a huge map. You can just send a few Zerglings out to really harass almost all the time for any expansions. So we're going to see a little bit of push here. He almost got surrounded there. That was very nice micro, and he unfortunately does get surrounded. But it was smart to get those Hellions out of there because a few Hellions can easily toast these Lings because they do not have... See how I had the Speedling here at the bottom. So boom, it just now finished. Now they're insanely quick, and they're going to be able to catch these Hellions very, very fast. Even though they still do so much damage because of that splash damage. Boom. He just lost all of his Zerglings with TLO's just a little bit of micro here. So again, he's going to keep the pressure on. This is the pro. As far as platinum players, don't be frustrated if you're not in platinum and you struggle a little bit. Because I mean, these are two top quality players, and their macro is not getting destroyed at all with just that harass. but you have to harass. You have to try to get some kind of damage on your opponent to throw him off his game, to make him build more Zerglings, especially as a Zerg player. If you're using your larva for Zerglings about 7 minutes into the game, that's a big time issue. Because look, he hasn't even saturated his natural yet. And look at TLO is halfway complete with his command center to get his natural. So it's just, you can see that little bit of harass has really set back DIAMAGA's economy. Let's take a look at that income tab. LiquidTLO has 27 SCVs to 24 drones. So again, he's starting to pull away kind of an income. DIAMAGA currently has more minerals, but let's take a look at the spending as well. We can see that TLO has spent just a tad bit less than DIAMAGA has. So it's going to be interesting to see here. And now kind of TLO is pulling away. He's now at 4-0 and just a bunch more drones just came in. So now they're finally tied up. And here we have some Banshees coming in. They are not cloaked, but he does have 2 queens who do a ton of damage. He needs to micro that queen out of there, or that Banshee needs to get it out of there. Very nice. This is where it's going to be a very bad spot for DIAMAGA. If this queen does fall, he's got 0 air units to stop him. He does have 2 queens on the way, but unfortunately, there's nothing he can do really to stop this Banshee from just harassing all of his workers. Now look at the drone counts. This is what I'm talking about. Boom. All of these drones are now mining. So he's only really got about 7 drones mining currently. As well, he's just losing them left and right. Here comes a big airdrop here from TLO to get these Hellions in here. And now he's got it sealed. He sealed this ramp off. He's going to go in here and just waste more and more. And now he doesn't want to lose these lings. If he loses his lings, the game is pretty much over at this point. But look at this harass here. He does finally get a queen in. And his main is not even being mined at all. Here comes another queen. He's finally got 2 queens up. And here comes a ton of Mutalisks. He better get that out of there. He's going to lose all of his Hellions. 3 Hellions in that. If it gets 2 more... Oh, he just lost 3 Hellions and a Medevac. Unfortunately, luckily for TLO, he does have a Thor. Thors do a ton of damage against Mutalisks. So that was the right move for TLO to go ahead and get that Thor. So now there's going to be a big time harassment here. Really, these ones aren't really going to do anything. They're kind of scouting to see what he's got. The Thor itself would just absolutely decimate any kind of Mutalisk harass that he's able to put out. And now, again, though, unfortunately for DIAMAGA, his economy is just crippled. He's only got 17 drones compared to 34 SCVs. And TLO's economy has not been harassed one bit. Finally, a tad bit of harassment coming in. He's going to go ahead and try to take this out. He's got a ton of Zerglings. He needs to get... Oh, he could not repair that Thor like he was trying to. There were so many Zerglings surrounding it. He couldn't get a repair up. And now, really, unfortunately, now for DIAMAGA, or for TLO, DIAMAGA's got the upper hand. He's stuck with his plan of getting his Mutalisks up, and he finally got these Mutalisks up, and he needs to start mining some. He needs to get another Thor out, but doesn't have enough gas. He doesn't have enough gas. He doesn't have enough minerals. TLO's in a world of hurt right now. I can only assume he's just pumping out. So he's pumping out more Marines and more. He's finally got 1 Thor coming up here. And 1 Hellion. He can seal this off. Finally, he's got it. He needs to get a repair over there. He needs to start repairing this. Or, unfortunately, if this drops, he's going to get more and more. He finally's got guys come and repair. But the splash damage, finally, he's got this Thor up. And this will stop the harass here. Because he doesn't have enough Mutalisks to continue. And the Thor will easily destroy any Mutalisks here. But DIAMAGA kind of now has the